104.1 KRBE, a Cumulus media station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with producer Eric, Special K, and Sam.
104.1 KRBE.
Did you know the 3-digit extension of the...
All right, let's hit it. Now time for Roula and Ryan's prank call.
Okay, I'm taking precautions. I'm going to let Eric muzzle me because last Wednesday when you played a prank, I laughed so hard I almost peed my pants, and I drowned out the prank because I was laughing too hard.
Well, that was a good one, though. 70% of people couldn't hear it. We're all laughing in here.
It's krbe.com/prank call request is where you can find Special K to get a prank in. So what's going on with this one?
Let's find out who we're pranking and how we're going to do it here.
Hey guys, my name's Serena. I just wanted to prank my
Somewhere
mom
here.
today. She bought a brand new car and her back right tire pressure light's been going off ever since she bought the car. She's been trying to get a hold of to figure out and get the issues resolved and has been going back and forth with customer service. So I thought this would just be a great way to lighten hearten the mood.
Is she a good driver? Does she speed, or does she run red lights, or does she run stop signs, like anything like that?
She does feed and she never uses her signal, but outside of that, she's not too bad.
Okay, can you reiterate? She's a bit of a soft talker.
She has low tire pressure in the back, and she also does not use her blinker. She might speed a little bit.
No, maybe a little lead foot.
I have no idea.
Are you about to call Roula's house?
I'm like, hello? Wait, why are you calling me? I use my blinker.
Her daughter
you're a
did not
weaver.
remember which dealership it was from, so I'm going to have to just pull all of these facts and people's names out of thin air.
Oh, no.
Will I be convincing, or will I
God.
get busted? Let's call and see if we can alleviate this low tire pressure issue on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Hello.
Hey, Miss, this is Jaime calling from.
Hi, Jaime. How are you?
I'm excelente. Hey, just want to follow up. The dealership had reached out to us about an issue, a recall, regarding the tire pressure. Have you alleviated that issue?
I have not.
Okay, so basically, the vehicle has sent us an alert saying that the tire is low.
Mm-hmm.
So, what happened?
When I purchased the car, the day I purchased the car, told him the tire pressure was low. They filled it up with air, and they gave it to me that way. So I called somebody there. I have his name.
Bruce.
You guys were like so behind that 2 weeks out is when they could schedule it. I can't just come by. I talked to my salesperson. He said to bring it in, but he went on vacation.
Yeah, Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
well,
I was at
yeah, actually, though, he said here in the notes, oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to read this to you. It said the annoying lady called.
the annoying lady.
I don't care. I don't work there. Listen. So basically, the sensors say that you're driving through nails all the time. It's like lots of nails.
Okay. I'm driving through nails.
Yeah, you do construction or something?
No.
Okay, so perhaps a large or obese person is sitting in the back, right?
No.
You never know. Okay, so let's test it. Can you test it for me?
Okay, what am I testing?
The pressure.
Oh, I'm not in my car right now. Do
Okay.
I need to be in my car? Like, what do you mean?
Do you have I don't know, how do you test that stuff? Like a blood pressure test machine or something like that? Do you have like the cuff thing that you can put around it or something like that? Because most people don't have a tire pressure sensor.
Wait.
Yes, our vehicle tattler says you were speeding and running the air out. Were you speeding? It also says...
I have common sense, and everything you're telling me makes no sense.
But listen, ma'am, it says you're not using your blinker, and that could be the issue.
Oh, is that what it is?
If you don't need all four wheels, we could just go without.
That would be great. Do you have one that flies?
Have you tried blowing it up with your mouth?
Good one. Good one. Now, who is this?
Well, perhaps Serena has been letting the air out.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill her.
Who do you think I am?
Is this someone from 104 KRBE?
You're pretty good. Damn it. feel like I got most of it in there.
I do.
I am not here to fix the pressure.
No, thank you.
No, I am merely here to mess with you on behalf of Serena.
Oh, I will make sure my doors are locked and she does not have access to my house anymore.
Or the car, which is on tilt.
Okay.
Oh, jeepers, Fracy. All right, my name is Special K. I'm from KRBE, the Roula and Ryan Show.
Yes, that's okay. I listen to you guys all the time.
Oh, so you knew, Mommy.
I do know.
Okay, fine. Busted a little bit. Okay, so here's my question. Do you have a message that we can pass to Serena for putting you on the show today?
Yes. Would you just tell her I'm going to kill her when I see her today? I cannot believe I'm on the show. That is just not cool.
You might not even make it if your tire's all pressured down.
Thanks, Kay.
Do you know what you're supposed to say at the end of a Special K prank call? Have you ever heard them?
I'm supposed to say I've been pranked.
Yes.
By Special K.
Yeah.
But I haven't been pranked.
I mean, a little bit.
Wait, 50. I'll take 50%. You take 50%.
All right, fine.
Yes, Special K. 50% pranked me on 104 KRBE.
Uh-oh, 50% pranked her. Oh, my God.
So she caught
Oh,
on.
this is Jaime?
Think so.
She goes, hi, Jaime. I was like, oh, I think she's going to snip this one out. It's Special K with a prank call. You tell him what to do, and he'll take it from there.
There's a meme going-
/prank call request.
I don't know if it was a meme or I saw something on Twitter where the guy showed a picture of his tire gauge on your car where he could show what the PSI is.
Yeah, the pressure, yeah.
He said, my wife thought it goes to 100. Each tire one was 96, 97.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, can that even go that?
I didn't even know they go
I
that
thought it
high.
explode before then. But
I would
Are they
be.
usually
I'm
like, what,
always afraid.
78 or 80 or something? Is
But
that
it
where it
showed
goes?
I'm afraid of that. When you
Yeah.
blow up your tire, are you ever like, what if it?
I know.
What if it blows
I know.
up
I don't
on
want
me?
to take a wild guess
But
as
I
to
thought
what
the
it's supposed
tires
to be.
kind of like tap
You-
out at a certain...
You open up your door, on the inside of your door,
Try
there's usually a
Tuesday.
sticker, and it tells you what the PSI is.
Who
That's
wants to
very
try it?
important. What Ryan just said. Say
Yeah.
that one more time.
When
So-
you open your driver's door, there's a sticker on the inside of the door, and it'll tell you what the tire pressure should be.
Aren't they mostly like 36?
I had no idea. I just knew the VIN number was there, too. That's where you
No,
can find it.
There's it's like a
Like a
sticker. It's a
truck?
colored sticker, and it should be on the inside of every door. And the reason
All
I
right.
know this is because when I go to Discount Tires and I pull up and say, my tire light's on, can you put some air in it?
Oh,
They
but you
open my
don't.
door and they look at that sticker, and I'm like, oh, so that's
That's
how you
really
do it.
nice because they'll fix stuff and not charge you.
Yeah, yeah.
A Discount Tire, I got to give them some props. I haven't been there in a while, but every time I've been there, it's been fantastic. They're very nice and they work fast.
Very polite.
And a lot of people have a good time there.
Patch
so
it up. They'll patch it up and not even charge you.
Yep.
Exactly. So shout out to our Discount Tire Roula and Ryan Show listeners. Bravo. Coming up next, we want your calls at 713-390-KRBE for Believe It or Not. You've got an unbelievable but true story. Let's hear it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Believe it or not, the stories are true. Don't even let anyone try to book you. Either you could be dead, nearly chopped off your head. Roula Ryan Show. Believe it or not, Eric's not a Muppet. Maybe just Kermit, Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch. That gets me every time.
Ray Romano in there
every
makes Jack in the
time.
Box.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Believe It or Not. That's Special K and his special intros for that song. It's 713-390-KRBE. You always tell us stories that kind of throw us off our game and fall out of our chairs. Let's see what we get today, because you never know. Lynette is up first. Hi, Lynette. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Hey, good morning,
You in a
Lynette.
wind tunnel? You okay? Sounds really windy there. Sounds windy.
It sounds very windy. Maybe if you're like in an earbud.
Yeah, you might want to pick up your
Or
phone.
perhaps
Yeah,
your
you-
Bluetooth in your car
Get
while
off
you
speaker,
drive.
just pick
I
up your
know-
handset.
I mean, I know we want you to be careful and safe, but we also want to hear
There we
your
go.
There we go. We can hear
There
you.
you go.
That's
Perfect.
better.
Okay,
Okay, good
Lynette,
morning.
tell us.
Good
morning.
Good morning. Tell us your story.
Okay, so just to kind of fast forward, I was my biological mother was pregnant in high school. She ended up not telling the dad. And so the father who raised me ended up putting his name on the birth certificate. So he ended up leaving her somewhere around when I was around the age of 6. And and it was just no mom, no father, whatever. So I wasn't told about this information until I was probably about 12 years old. And from then on, I started searching for my mom, and I could not find her. And even as I got into my adulthood, living in those, efficiency apartments and stuff, I started calling. And I don't want to date myself too much, but back then you had to pay per hour for long distance.
Okay,
and so I would run like $600, anywhere from $400 to $600 a month in trying to search for my mom. And I knew that they were from from Arizona, but I could not actually find them. And I remembered being in Phoenix a lot. I remembered being in Tucson, but I just really couldn't remember. And so I kind of gave up.
Though. Who raised you? Who are you living with while you're doing, when you're growing up and searching?
This would be the dad that put his name on my birth certificate, but he is not my biological dad.
But
so
you said he left you at 6?
No, he packed up and moved us from Arizona to Texas to live with his mom.
Okay. So the man on your birth certificate is the father that you know, and you are living with his mom, and you're having a life here, but you've always searched for your birth mother. So then what happens after $600 and racking up long-distance bills?
Yeah, well, I kind of quit that after a couple of years. I always wondered, and again, I'm in Texas now with no biological family. So I'm trying to find both of them, but I didn't know anything about my dad. Or my father, biological father. So then fast forward to when I was 45 years old, my father who raised me was applying for his Social Security benefits, and they gave him information leading back to his Army platoon that he was his group that would be still alive. So they actually give you all of that information when you file for Social Security if you were in the military.
Okay.
So with that information, he was in a platoon with one of the brothers of my biological family and led me to that. And then there was this phone call, a visit to Arizona. And when I got there, this is crazy, but both parents lived. They never got back together or anything like that, but they both live in the same town, and it was where I was born. And it was nowhere where I was looking, and I never searched where I was born. I never looked there.
Oh man!
So when you had this
the whole time,
when you had this reunion with your biological parents, did you ask questions?
Did you have a reunion? Wait, did you? You just found out they were living there, but did you reunite?
Yes, we did reunite. Okay. It was crazy. I felt like, Good Morning America should have been there or something, but it was crazy. And when I got there, both their siblings on both sides that I was introduced to. And one of the sisters dressed, we wore the exact same thing in color. We had a gray cardigan. It was bananas.
What was the emotions you were going through? Were you nervous at first? Because I'd be scared, just not knowing what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I was nervous, but they were equally nervous because they just wanted me to like them. So it was just.
Did you ask them what happened? Hey, why did you never bother to find me?
Yes. It turns out the biological mother who I had searched forever and just had this beautiful thought of her turned out to be a very toxic person. So I don't really communicate with her anymore, but she didn't have really good answers. But as far as the father went, he was very respectful. When somebody comes off and, they just say, hey, I didn't know. I really didn't know. I mean, that was the dad. He's like, I really didn't know. And
so he had no idea that he had a daughter.
No.
Wow.
Was he really mad at her? Wow. I'd be angry that you took away my daughter from me.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't show it. He just said, all I can do is start here. And that's what we've done.
And how's it going then? How many years has that been?
It's a beautiful story. I love that family, and it's like it, and a lot of people don't know is this happens a lot where people can't find their biological family. And I just want them to know that I was surprised at 45 to find them. I had already written that off.
How long have you had him in your life now?
It's been 6 years now.
Oh, that's awesome.
6 years.
Wow. Okay, I have just one more question. The man that put his name on your birth certificate who raised you, how was he there
where'd he
to
come
be even
from?
put on your birth certificate? He obviously had to know your birth mother to be placed on the birth certificate. How did that happen, or why did that happen?
Well, incidentally, he met through I remember I told you there was a brother in the platoon. Well, they had a gathering, and he went with them back, and he met her, and she had already not decided to go with the guy who she got pregnant with, or my biological dad. So then she was kind of just open to it. And the dad that raised me, basically the adoptive dad, he met her, and he's one of those damsel in distress, let me help, kind of person. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big thing to say, let me step up and put my name on your kid's birth
I don't understand, though. Why
certificate.
didn't he tell you where she was?
Yeah.
Why did he keep it a secret from you?
I've been struggling with that. Honestly, he knew who the father was, the name, and everything, and he wouldn't give me that information.
Oh, no.
That's weird. But maybe he was right about her, though. If you said
trying to protect you.
You said she's
Yeah, but I feel like it's your right to know.
It is your right.
You're spending $600 a month, and you're trying to figure this out
Especially
for years.
if you can see that
And all you have to do is it looks to the person who raised you, and he has the answer.
if you can see that your
Right?
daughter's in distress and she really wants to find out.
So
you
one
should
more,
step up.
one more unbelievable tag to put with this is that my niece was taken by CPS many years ago, and she has since graduated from college, and she is now in social work. But now she's searching for her mom, and I know this information, and now I have to be that other person because her mom is not very well, like she's mentally and she's got a lot of issues. So I have to be that person to say, hey, look, this is your mom, but we should probably talk before we meet, so you know what you're going into. But
that's good of you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I mean,
now,
she's got the right to know, but you need to give her the heads up. Like, look,
Yeah, protect her.
Be careful what you're looking for. You may not like it when you find it.
She ain't right.
yes.
That's true.
You say it like that?
Gosh, this is really something else. That's
And
quite the
another
story.
little tag on, I now work for CPS. So this is just
Wow.
a
Look
full
at you,
circle life.
Lynette. It
Yeah,
is.
Yeah.
Well, man, thanks for sharing your
Thank you
story.
so much.
Yes. Y'all have
really
a great day.
appreciate
I love y'all every morning.
Thank
Thank you.
And like, we're only as good as you guys are. I mean, when you call in with these stories, you entertain us more than we
It's funny, I know
entertain you.
some radio shows out there, they when we go to these conventions, like, we don't take callers because they don't
They're
bring
like,
anything.
why not?
We're the
Your callers
entertainment.
have the best stories.
I'm like, are you nuts? Maybe we're lucky because we have so many.
Yeah. Houston's a very diverse city with some great stories and great people, and we love hearing these stories.
Well, Christina's next, guys, for Believe It or Not here on the Roula and Ryan Show at 104.1 KRBE. Hi, Christina. Good morning.
Hi,
Christina.
Christina's.
Well, then we just hyped them up, and now you guys let me down. Now I feel stupid.
Hello.
Maybe those shows are right.
She had one of those paranormal stories.
Actually, we're save those paranormal stories for next month.
Yeah, because
it's
next
gonna
month
be
we're getting into
Halloween time.
Halloween. We love hearing those
We always
stories.
do
We
that.
like all the
Fridays.
Believe It or Nots having to do with the paranormal and spirit.
And that's when Kevin does Zombieoki.
Ooh. Give us an example of that,
Yeah.
Kevin. Do some NSYNC or something.
Dance now.
Julie.
He's a zombie with a sore
I
throat.
thought that was Van Halen. Dance the night
Dance
away.
the night away.
That's the song I know. They sound like this comedian from the 80s named Bobcat Goldthwait.
Oh, yeah, you do sound like Bobcat Goldthwait.
Police Academy 2.
I tell the guy, no, I was just joking with.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Spot
Police
on.
I know
Academy
who that is.
2.
That's
1 and 2 are
funny.
good.
Yeah.
3 when they go to Miami.
Hey,
no.
Christina's back. Y'all want to get her story? She's back.
go ahead.
Her
Oh,
yeah,
line
real
dropped.
quick. Yeah,
Hi,
yeah.
Christina. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hi, good morning. And
Good
thanks
morning.
for mentioning Little Marvis this morning. I'm craving them now.
Oh, those hot honey balls, honey, coming to a festival near you in
Yep.
October at the Greek Festival. All right.
I used to make them with my grandmother, my yaya, and she wouldn't let us have them for breakfast. It had to be a dessert after dinner.
It's true.
good.
It's true. Donut holes for breakfast. I know we do that a lot in the mornings, but those lukumadas are good for dessert. What happened in your case? You saw the spirit of somebody? Or what's the
Yeah, so
paranormal
my
story you
story is completely opposite of your first caller. Mine is about how close families are.
Okay.
So my grandmother was dying of cancer, and my aunt, which was my grandmother's first daughter, had died of cancer 7 years prior. And she wanted to die at home. So we took turns staying with her so she wouldn't be alone when she died. So I volunteered to take the night shift because I'm a night owl, and I would sit in a chair in her room by her bed and play her favorite music or read her favorite book. And I happened to be reading her favorite book, and the dog got up and started barking. And so I looked at the dog, and then I was like, what are you barking at? It was barking at the doorway.
And so I looked at the doorway, and I saw a mist of a silhouette of a woman. And I saw it out of my peripheral vision at first, so I thought it was my mother coming to check up on us. And I said, "Hi, Mom," and then I kept reading the book, and nobody ever said anything. And then I could see the mist in my peripheral vision cross the room and go beside my grandmother. And the dog started barking like crazy. So I told the dog to be quiet. And then I looked up, and I could tell that it was the silhouette of a woman. Its feet weren't touching the ground.
Oh, wow.
I wasn't scared. It was just there.
Does this look like in Ghostbusters in the library scene?
No, because it's not that vivid of a silhouette.
Okay,
it's more
so it's a little less
moving,
focused.
Yeah.
Did it feel cold, Christina? We've heard
mist.
people say it's cold when the spirit comes.
It did not feel cold at all. It was just completely normal.
And who's the woman again? Do you know who the woman is?
Yes, it's my aunt. It was my yaya's first daughter, and she died 7 years before of brain cancer.
Did she die in that house?
Gosh.
The reason that I know it was her is because while I was sitting there just mesmerized watching it, and I told the dog to be quiet, and the dog quit barking, my grandmother, who had been completely unresponsive for 3 days, hadn't moved, hadn't talked, said, "Hello, Joan," and that is her daughter's name.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Wow.
You hear about these kind of
And
stuff.
then did your grandmother pass away soon after? Like, did Joan come for her, or what happened?
Well,
Did the mist? How long was the mist there?
My mom had an intercom on so she could hear it in her bedroom, and my mom heard my grandmother talk, and she got up and came down the hallway. And as she was coming down the hallway, the mist moved back around the room and went to the hallway. And then I heard my mom talking. And she's like, "Christina, where are you going? Christina, come back." And I was like, "Mom, I'm in the bedroom." And then my mom said, "I thought I just saw you in the hallway." I said, "No, that was your sister." And she said, "What?" And I said, "I think it's time." And then my grandmother said, "Thank you, Joan." And then 2 minutes later, she passed.
Wow! Wow! I have chills. That is really something.
And we've always been a really close family. I would have thought I was crazy, but I know the dog saw it, and I know my mom saw it.
You say, like, I got witnesses.
Wow, Christina.
Although the dog can't tell anyone, but.
Don't you wish we could talk to them? That'd be great.
I do. So I told the hospice lady that had been coming to the house and helping us through all of this. And I said, "What is the craziest story that you've come through in doing this in your years of experience?" And the story she told me horrified me. And she said there was a man that just wasn't a very nice man. And he wanted the preacher to come in, and he harassed the preacher because he was an atheist. He didn't believe in God. And he would cuss the preacher out and just be really ugly to him. But he wanted him to keep coming, and he was horrible to him, but the preacher kept coming. So this man was also non-responsive for like a week before he passed. And he was also paralyzed from the waist down. And she said right before he died, he opened his eyes. He said his feet were on fire. He got out of the bed and started running.
Oh,
Dang. Oh, man.
And that story horrified me.
I feel like you're doing your makeup and telling me those
I know, I
murder
feel like you're
stories
those-
on Facebook.
That is creepy. Somebody
Wow,
should do that
Christina.
for stories. Like
I'm going to
I'm
hell.
telling you,
Over to
hospice
hospice?
workers see
Maybe
a
it's
lot of
neuropathy.
things.
And
Yeah.
this lady worked for the
Man.
Rose of Texas Hospice, and they are phenomenal. They're
Yeah.
I
really
bet they see all
special
sorts of
people.
things like this, though.
Yeah.
Sure, hospice nurses do. Christina, thank you so much for sharing your story. Believe it or not, y'all brought it today, y'all. Y'all brought it today. We do it every Friday. Ooh, I got the chills. And I also have the chills because NSYNC's back, baby. We're going to talk about that in the scoop coming up next on the Roula and Ryan Show. Are you okay?
From the Bell Furniture Unbeatable Prices Traffic Desk, 290 Northwest Freeway eastbound at Spencer Road. There's a crash blocking 2 right lanes. You're jammed up for more than 10 minutes from Eldridge. 610 North Loop eastbound at I-45. A stalled car blocks the left lane. It's pretty solid backup from Ella. I'm Becca Parker with your KRBE traffic check.
It's hurricane season. Being prepared is knowing when and where to evacuate. Don't wait. Know your zone. Have a plan. Be prepared. Get the latest evacuation maps at h-gac.com.
Big House.
Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
104.1 KRBE.
All right, it's brought to you by Innovative Lasers of Houston. And let me tell you something, my friends. My algorithm is all Christmas all the time because I made the mistake of looking up Christmas decorations. Now that's all I'm getting on Instagram. But let me get your Christmas on with the Trans-Siberian Orchestra because they are coming back to town to the Toyota Center. And they're going to be here on December the 10th, right in the middle of the season, baby. If you would like to score a pair of tickets to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra at the Toyota Center, be caller 15 at 713-390-KRBE. You can also find more information at toyotacenter.com. Bum, 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 bum. That's all I got to say about that.
I hope it sounds better than that.
It's the doo-doo game, Ryan. They're going to go on stage and do-do-do-do all the Christmas songs, and you're going to have to guess them. Just kidding.
My wife's just talking about going to Costco because they have a 7-foot tree. Because now that we don't have those high ceilings anymore. So,
Okay.
and I'm like, I'm not going to buy a
What'd you
tree.
do with your old
and-
tree?
Yeah, what are you doing with the old tree?
What did I do? I gave it to somebody.
Oh, dang it. I have really high
Understand.
ceilings.
I can't remember who got that. Somebody
could've
took that
taken
one.
it.
But
I do like
Costco's got all the
retro
Christmas stuff out already.
I know.
I'm not
I've had
paying
it.
for that, Eric.
It's so weird.
I just wait for you to get
Trees are
tired of
expensive.
something.
Well, I'm
and
not
then
going to get tired of a
ask
tree.
for it.
If I get the tree, it's going to stay for 10
Are you
years.
tired of your s'mores maker yet?
I know, right? He's at 2 days.
I'm going to tell the kids, they don't use it at least once a month, and it's going to Sam.
Yes.
All right, let's get to this, my friends. NSYNC posted a preview of their new song. Thank goodness for the Trolls movie coming out November 17th. This is why NSYNC got back together. The Trolls movie is called Trolls Band Together. As you know, Justin Timberlake is the voice of Branch. And in this movie, Branch meets his long-lost brother. Branch is part of a group that's not really in sync. Ha ha. They're out of sync. They went from boys to men. They all went in one direction in the back streets, is what the trolls say. And because of that, this is how we get a new NSYNC song. It's called Better Place. It's going to be on the soundtrack. But Better Place will be released in 2 weeks. The movie comes out November 17th. Here's a clip of NSYNC, Better Place.
It's reminiscent of a Doja Cat song now. Now that I hear
really?
it.
Which one? Which one?
I'm going to find it, and maybe by next scoop
Do a
I can
mashup.
provide it.
You could. Maybe we could do a mashup.
Okay, well, first of all, to do a mashup, you need the
Needs the
separate
song.
vocal.
Yeah, and he's only got 20 seconds of the clip.
Yeah.
So what's your point?
You should
This is the man that made songs out of 3 words in 5 minutes, Ryan Chase. This is the man that can do a song out of 3 silly words in 5 minutes, like pickle butt. Let's go.
Yeah, you can just loop it and loop it.
Ooh, pickle butt.
If you have seen
sounds like a
Pickle
pickleball
butt.
Offshoot or something.
What is pickle butt? That's where you got to like
just
bend
made it
over
up.
and pick up a pickle with your butt.
Oh yeah, they used to do that in fraternities.
If that's how you want to play the
What?
game, I don't know what's going on.
What was that TV show?
Oh, that was Blue Mountain State.
Yeah,
where they had to carry a cookie in their butt.
Oh, it was a cookie, not a pickle.
across the football
You guys
field,
are so
and whoever
weird.
dropped the
Men are
cookie
weird.
Had to eat it.
Had to eat it.
That's
Like
disgusting.
their bare butt?
Yeah,
That is
they
disgusting.
had a wedge and Oreo between their butt
is
cheeks.
vomitous.
It's a really funny show. It's called Blue Mountain State.
Back to NSYNC. Let me read this quote here, which is hilarious because I'm sure you guys have maybe seen this, where NSYNC has the voiceover of Joey and Rachel when they were figuring out that Chandler and Monica were dating. Goes, I know something. Do you know something? I don't know. Do you know something? I don't know. How do you know it if I know what you know? Have y'all seen that reel on TikTok?
No.
Anyway, it's all the NSYNC guys, and it's the voiceover of Friends. Okay, so here's a comment. At this point, if y'all don't announce a reunion tour, you're going to see the wrath, all in caps, of all the millennial women who have been begging for this to happen for years. We are not okay. We need this to happen. We are about to snap. Where's the Vegas residency? Now, that would make sense.
That would.
Vegas
they don't have to
residency
tour,
would
just
make
stay
sense.
there and-
The worst thing that happened to those fans is that JT got successful on his own. Like if he was a failure,
I'm
Then-
glad he wasn't a failure.
then they'd all be together, like
Yeah.
like the other groups.
But would we appreciate them if they were still together?
I'm sure in the end, it's all going to boil down to one thing, and that's money. And if they determine that they can, if JT determines he can make more money by doing an NSYNC reunion than his solo work,
I'm telling you, he wants his
he'll
kids
do it.
as they get older to see him perform. It's a parent's dream is to watch have your kids when they get older, watch them
Yeah,
win championships.
something
I've
you
seen
liked.
basketball players say that they love staying. Like Tom Brady loved playing for Tampa.
As long as he did, so his kids could
Because
watch.
his kids were old enough to get it.
And really
right? Is that what
enjoy
you're
it.
saying?
Yeah, because when they're
to
2,
really
they don't understand. They just had those headphones on, and they're seeing confetti fly in their face.
And then when the kids do see it, they're like, eh.
I don't listen to my dad on the radio.
You suck, Dad.
These comments are hilarious. This person says, y'all seriously, we need this more than trolls. You don't understand. We need this reunion more than I need anything. Please heal my inner child that is still hurting from the breakup of the early 2000s and do it for the children, Lance. Because Lance Bass had posted it, and this person said, I feel like it's going to be harder to get these tickets if NSYNC reunites than it was to see Taylor's Era Tour. Let the Ticketmaster Hunger Games begin.
Yeah, when Guns N' Roses got back together, for me that was huge because I never thought I would see it.
I was on our Lifetime tour. Remember we were there?
I had tickets to see them and Metallica at Alpine Valley it's near Chicago. But the day before or 2 days before, they had a concert in St. Louis. Had a big riot, destroyed everything, and they canceled the tour. So I never got to see them perform together.
Dang.
I've still never seen Metallica.
And to
I'm
your
still
point,
mad.
Eric, about having your kids enjoy it, even though you're not the performer, you got to go see Green Day and that whole tour with your son.
Oh yeah, Fall Out Boy.
He got to
and
enjoy
Weezer.
what you enjoy.
Oh,
when
it's
you were
fun
younger.
sharing that stuff
But
with your kids.
He liked those groups, so it worked out.
Isn't it like the best feeling, Eric? Like December 2nd of this year, I'm taking my daughter to the very last Kiss concert of all time in Madison Square Garden.
For the 10th time, the last Kiss.
No.
No.
How many times are we going to get ripped off?
They are going to tour again.
If they get back together after the money I spent on this, I'm going to drive over and punch Gene Simmons in the nose.
Now, here we go. Time for the Roula and Ryan show on KRBE to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
Between Motley Crue and Kiss, these two groups rip people off all the time.
Yeah, either that or actually,
Oh, they constantly say it's over and
when
it's
he's
not over.
sticking his tongue out, I'll just grab it and
like
rip me off.
Pull it off.
And then he's going to spend more money to do the next last tour. You know,
I don't think they can keep
can't
going
help
on.
yourself.
I mean, the guy's like, what? He just turned 74. And they're wearing like 80 pounds of armor. I don't think he could keep that up much longer.
Just retire, dude.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so this is brought to you by Duncan. A new Texas law is working to tighten the leash on the service animal industry, particularly service animal impersonators. So in other words, people saying, oh, this is a service animal. So if they're found guilty of it not being,
looking at you,
fines up to $1,000 and 30 hours of community service.
I paid for
you,
my
Misty.
certification for Misty, but they no longer allow.
Did you go to Amazon and get that little vest?
No, I wish.
You don't want to do that. You get caught doing it. So this law targets people who
She's
represent their
an emotional
pets.
support animal. I am crazy, and I need her in my life to keep me stable.
But that's different.
How
That's
do you
different.
prove
Let
it
me
that they're-
explain the difference, okay? So the law targets people who represent their pets as service animals or a canine that is specifically trained to help a person with a disability. Now, that law comes after an increase in reports of people purposely misrepresenting their dogs to be, just so they can get around breed restrictions. Emotional support animals are different from service animals. They do not have the same rights or privileges as service animals.
They don't.
I
That's
need
very true.
emotional support bottles of bourbon to bring with me, but they said 3 ounces. It's BS.
Yeah.
Because I need that.
But I need the whole Woodbridge to be with me in the
Seriously,
in
I
the
need that for
pack.
my anxiety.
I
Or
But
your
I have to go to
addiction.
their bar and spend that money.
Yep, I feel you.
Gotta save some
Now I
money
have
here.
to pay $150 per each way for Misty on her flight.
Okay, and by the way, they
but
just...
she's not underneath the...
No, I would never.
You know, you can't put the dog in the cargo bay.
They don't do that?
So, real quick, where do you put her? How do you travel with her? Like a little like
I have
like
a-
a duffel bag with mesh?
Yes, that's exactly
Okay.
what it is. It's a duffel bag with mesh, and she sits underneath my feet.
Is there a limit to dogs that can be underneath? Like,
Yeah, what's the pound
so they have to go in
limit?
the cargo thing?
That's a great
It's like
question.
50
I believe.
pounds, or?
No, I believe. And people can text us 37530 KRBE text line. I was under the impression that there is a bag size, and if the bag size, your dog is too big for this bag size,
can't fit
they
underneath
cannot fit
feet.
under your feet, which means you are not. They are not allowed to fly with you. You either need like a seat for them, or they have to go under the plane or something.
Well, I'm glad that you had your emotional support, but I flew from Houston to New York, and this dog crapped like 10 minutes into the flight, and I had to smell that for 3 hours. I needed emotional support after that.
That'd be
I'm
awful.
surprised the owner didn't clean it. You should have a poop bag.
Yeah.
with you.
Oh,
Just
my God,
clean
it was
up and
awful.
throw it away.
Hey, you should have told him.
I mean, my last flight, Santiago pooped the last 20 minutes on the flight and just kept
different.
bouncing in it.
Oh,
That was
the worst.
fun.
You have no choice there on the descent. You can't get up.
No,
to go
I
change
couldn't
the
get
baby.
up. But I was like,
Yeah,
well,
so you're gonna be up in it.
suffer here.
It's gonna stank. It's gonna
Put one of
stank.
those odor eater things on it. Just stick to his
You
butt.
can't shove an
spray
odor
it.
eater down his diaper.
They even make those
Spray
things.
Lysol your
spray,
baby.
spray.
Remember those commercials back in the 90s? It's a good place for a stick up.
Oh, yeah,
the
those stick-ups.
stick-ups.
Yes.
No.
Whatever happened to those
Those
things?
never worked.
They were like
adhesive discs,
with
and you could stick them places.
And
And it was called the stick up.
So
But I don't
stuck
think it
on
really
his butt.
Yeah, you can stick it around his
Yeah.
butt and his diaper.
We used to have some interns. I should have put them in their armpits.
Oh, man, Ryan's going after
Ouch.
People.
Take it out, Gene
Coming
Simmons.
up next, Open Phone Friday, 713-390 KRBE. Give us a call. What's on your mind? What are you doing? What do you want us to know? Open Phone Friday next on the Roula and Ryan Show.